The world is evolving fast. Businesses are embracing digital transformation like never before. Cloud is powering the innovation. But with innovation comes complexity. Rising costs, security risks, and operational chaos slow businesses down, creating a fuss. You need one platform for total control to future-proof your cloud operations. Here enters CloudCOps, your cloud partner. It's an AI-powered cloud management solution built for the digital age. Whether it's Google Cloud, AWS, or Azure, CloudCOps manages it all. It has seamlessly integrated with FinOps, providing automated reports, suggesting savings, and simplifying cost management. CloudCOps helps you with rising costs, security risks, and operational chaos, so that you can focus on what really matters to you is business growth. The future of cloud management is here. Are you ready? Join the revolution. Try CloudCOps today.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining and welcome. I know your time is incredibly valuable, and the fact that you're spending 30 minutes with us truly means a lot. We are here to make it worthwhile. I am Alina Petrovic, Head of Customer Success at proSkale, a data and AI and cloud consulting organization, and I'm thrilled to be your host today. Here's why we decided to host this session and why we believe it's a topic that couldn't be more timely. Cloud costs are rising rapidly, especially with the surge of AI and modern workloads across enterprise environments. I'm sure you feel the same. But while cloud adoption accelerating most organizations we speak with, they are still flying blind when it comes to real-time visibility, governance, and cost control. Today, you'll hear directly from enterprise leaders that use CloudCOps who have faced this challenge head-on. They're able to cut waste by 50%, improving security posture, and achieving operational control without disrupting their teams or operations. So let me walk you through what we have got planned. First, you'll see a live CloudCOps demo led by Sam, who will walk you through exactly how the platform works and what makes it different. Then you'll hear from two seasoned technology leaders, Salman and Akhil, from Swiss Re and Johnson & Johnson, who will share how they were able to take control of cost and cloud governance in their prior organizations. And finally, we'll wrap up with a quick breakdown on what makes CloudCOps different than other tools. You'll get to understand more about the free trial where you can get to test CloudCOps before you engage to a long-term commitment. And with that being said, let's dive right into it. Our first speaker is Sam, who is a cloud and infrastructure specialist. He's going to highlight why traditional tools are no longer enough, really, in an AI-driven world with a multi-cloud chaos. Now, as you watch this, I want you to think about your environment, whether it's cloud cost visibility, governance, or just the pace at which spend can get out of control. Sam's going to show you how CloudCOps tackles this in real time without adding complexity to your team's day-to-day. So Sam, take it away.
Hello everyone, this is Sam and I'm excited to welcome you to this session. Today, cloud isn't just infrastructure, it's a core to how we deliver and innovate. But let's be honest, cloud efficiency is still a major struggle for many organizations. We are talking about cost overruns, lack of governance, security gaps, and increasing complexity of multi-cloud environments. Add in compliance burdens, and it's easy to see why most of the teams overwhelmed. That's exactly why we build CloudCOps, your trusted ally in cloud governance, cost optimization, and security monitoring. It's a unified FinOps and SecOps platform powered by AI with real-time security insights, tagging automations, and built-in self-service to eliminate engineering bottlenecks. Let's dive in, and I will show you how CloudCOps bring this all action together. So let me walk you through the unified dashboard that will give us a complete view of our cloud ecosystem, covering inventory, costs, and security. Right from the home screen, everything is neatly grouped into three core sections. Inventory to monitor all your cloud resources across the platform. security insights to help track, spend, and optimize usage, and security insights, which highlights real-time risk and compliance issues. These modules are fully interactive and designed for both technical and business users. Let's start from the security. In the security and compliance section, we get a quick security snapshot across the environment. Currently, as you see on the screen, we have 1,392 findings, which are broken down into different critical severities and across different cloud, as you see over here, like critical, high, medium in different AWS and Azure, as you see over here. You will also notice a panel showing here 6 unused IAM users, and it's an easy win to tighten access controls. To help you prioritize, the dashboard lists the top risky configurations, such as overlay permissions, IAM roles, encrypted log groups, and unsecured Lambda setups. These checks are aligned with CIS benchmarks and cloud well architecture framework. This makes it simply for both SecOps and DevOps team to proactively improve the security posture. Never. Next, let's dive into security reports, where we can dig deeper into each findings. At the top, that's a summary of the findings, color-coded of the different severities. Clicking on any of the severity filters the list of accordingly. But what makes this page powerful in flexible filter system? Right above the report list, you can filter findings by cloud provider, service name, and severity wise, and even compliance frameworks like CIS. We have different AWS Well architecture and HIPAA, GDPR, you name it, we have all the sections over here. This makes it easy for the teams to align their actions with organization policies or regulatory requirements. Let's click on one of the findings. Here is the one checking if IAM Access Analyzer is enabled or not. And you see as we go, it lists all the service name, resource IDs, and risk with severities, which is basically a low one. Provider is AWS and the region, with remediation steps, which is most of the powerful tool where every team has to be struggling to go through many of the documents to get this security remediated. And also one more thing is it's not just one compliance which is there to this finding, but there are different compliances which you can relate to it. And similarly, we have different findings into it which you can dig into that. Now let's go switching over to FinOps portal. This is where we analyze cloud spends, track budgets, and uncover optimization opportunities, powered in a part AI-driven intelligence. Right away on the dashboard, we see a clear view of current and forecasted spends. For as you see over here, for July, it's forecasting it's 6.3K, staying with 15K limit. But what even more valuable is this platform provides a recommending over 6,300 in monthly savings. Basically, you could cut down that into sector where we have a powerful tool which do all the analysis and give you a monthly possible savings into it. Not just monthly possible savings, but also we provide security insights and everything. These suggestions aren't rule-based. They are powered by AI models trained on usage history, behavior pattern, and real-time telemetry. That means the system learns over time and becomes smarter at flagging waste, misconfiguration, and underutilized across a multi-cloud environment. Let's go deeper into it, where you could see which all components the data sources are integrated with CloudCOps. Now let's check out data sources tab, where the platform connects with your cloud accounts. CloudCOPS supports AWS, Azure, not just one, but a tenant and also subscription level, GCP, Alibaba, and Databricks and Kubernetes as well. Connection is simple. Click a title, authorize with IAM roles or service account, and data ingestion begins. Feeding this platform, cost, security, and resource intelligence. The cool feature or the powerful feature, as you see on many of the clouds which have on the organization level or the team level, one of the most value packed areas. AI consistently evaluating your workloads. For example, it detects abandoned instances, underutilized instances based on historical CPU and network trends, identifies duplicate and often things, and even estimates saving projections using machine learning models that factor in reserve instances, purchase of timing, burst usage, and let name it, and you have all those things. Recommendations are categorized into different things: abandoned instances, underutilized instances, instances for shutdowns, unattached volumes, absolute snapshots, AMI. Each card gives resource level context, usage history, and projected savings, and lets you take bulk actions, export, and the results. The AI engine also contributes to smarter spends, forecasting, anomaly detections, commitment planning, and giving you FinOps teams more confidence in future budget allocations. And if you want to drill down on the cost base, we could just move to our resource, which is full inventory view with their cost associated to it. It gives you a detailed visibility into usage, cost, and metadata across all the assets. As you see on the top, there are active resources in the expenses with this week, with are having a savings potential. And there are different things you could group by pools, owners, and tags, and export everything with a single click. Now there is a cool feature which many organizations lack and wanted to have this into their environment, where they could just have a view of different teams or different business unit, or on the higher level, drill down level, or on a resource level. And finally, let's go into where we can assign budgets, track ownerships. We instantly see oversights, over budget pools, and also possible monthly savings. Each pool, like different engineering teams, QA teams, and marketing teams, can be shown or divided into it. Budget can be set for each team with a current spend, and forecasted cost also can be highlighted in the different things. And direct action icon for the trend view, budget, and edit or remove any of these things depending on how you want to do it. And different things of the cool feature is when I think you guys are aware of many of the cost explorer in different clouds, but cool feature over here is it will give you a drill down view on the date which you want to have it on a different range, or if you want to see the daily one, weekly thing, or the monthly ones. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. You could just filter it and showcase into different things. And also many organization or enterprise level have their footprint into different regions across the globe. We have that map for you, all the cost maps where all the things are mapped onto different regions, and it can display you cost dependent on your region wise spend and everything. As you see our map, this is a Google map which is showing different cloud sectors or the regions which are across the globe, and it will show you how this cloud is giving you cost onto those regions. We could not only just do a skin, but also you could just drill down into many of those things. Next, we have many other differences. I think that will be good if you guys have into a deeper look by yourself and we get to know those things. So that wraps up our tour to the CloudCOps, which is a unified platform that brings together security, spend control, and cloud governance into one place. Thanks for joining the demo. Over to you, Alina.
Sam, thank you. That was a great walkthrough. And I hope everyone watching by now, you already thinking how this kind of automation and real-time visibility could make a difference in your cloud environment. Now, with that being said, let's hear how this looks like in the real world. I would like to bring on the stage Salman Khalil. He is now a Senior Vice President of Public Cloud Platform Delivery at Swiss Re. But during his time at Virtuosa, he led a major cloud transformation effort. Salman, welcome.
Hello.
Yes. He implemented CloudCOps during a period of cost volatility and rapid platform scaling. So today he'll share how it helped him take back control across spend, operations, and governance. So Salman, welcome and go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Alina and Sam, for the introduction to the agenda of this session today and also walking us through the solution. Uh, my name is Salman. I have over 20 decades of experience across architecture, delivery, consulting, and cloud operations across multiple clouds. Moving on to the key challenges that we had with regular cloud operations where um, you know challenges from day one were uncontrolled cloud spend, lack of visibility across multiple clouds, security and misconfigurations across multiple clouds, and doing all of these using manual tools and other processes was a tedious task, right? Because as an organization, you have thousands of resources spread across multiple regions and across multiple cloud platforms, and that becomes very challenging to manage it, right? And these were the challenges because of which we were looking for a solution which can help us identify solutions and fix those gaps that come up eventually, right? And one key thing that stood out was the simplicity, right? Because being a SaaS solution, it does not require any kind of infrastructure to be deployed and then doing configurations with your cloud platforms, right? It is agentless setup, works seamlessly, natively across AWS, GCP, Azure, as Maki has showcased. And then it just takes very few minutes, less than an hour, I could say, to basically configure all of your environments, get up and running. And the interface is also very user friendly, right? You can get actionable insights and understand what is wrong and where you have to focus your energies and what needs to be done. So overall, by implementation of this solution, we were able to save cost significantly, right? Through decommissioning underutilized resources or resources that were just lying abandoned, and then improvising whatever we have, right? Going to modernize architectures, modernize offerings from these service providers, and then moving from legacy VMs to PaaS and so forth, right? To various offerings, and then getting real-time governance, a centralized dashboard with compliance, tagging, and ability to track budgets. That was one other thing. And then, of course, the overall security scores, right? As you have seen in the previous session, that you were able to see what is working and what is not working and where you have to basically focus. And these proactive measures basically help you get insights and help you take right actions at the right time.
That's perfect. That's powerful, Salman. Thank you for sharing. I'm curious, was there a moment where you realized just how much cloud waste was flying under the radar before CloudCOPS?
Absolutely. So one of the defining moments was when we did the audit, right? And using this solution, we were able to flag several of the dev non-prod environments, right, which have not been
Mhm.
used for 90 days. And that is something that was lying there, and unless until something is not being used, right, you cannot justify just by saying it, right, something is not being right. When you look at metrics, when you look at the data, you know exactly something is not working, and then you start recovering those resources, and there by raking up thousands of dollars in savings.
That's perfect. And I'm assuming your leadership team had a positive response once you were able to have that visibility, right?
Surprisingly, it wasn't a hard sell, right? But it was a moment
Right.
of pause for our leadership team, because once things were presented to them, it was a very clear opportunity for saving cost and also to eliminate the risk in the environment, right? So I think it was at the right time we were able to use the solution and get the value out of it.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Salman, for your insights. And I think this is exactly the kind of real world experience our audience is looking for. And now we'll take a moment to speak with Akil Ashan. He is a data and AI strategist at Johnson & Johnson at this time. And previously, he actually led Cognitic as a CEO, which is a biotech company with a massive cloud needs. So Akhil, as you come on the stage, let me make sure that Akhil is coming. All right, Akhil, welcome.
Thanks,
Um,
Alina. Thanks for the
so
introduction.
yes, Akhil, you led a high growth environment where cost spikes and cloud sprawl were really some issues there, right?
Right.
So you turned to CloudCOps, I understand, to bring order and optimization into this fast-paced environment. So same question to you. What were some of the cloud cost or governance challenges you faced before CloudCOps? And how did the platform support your team and your goals?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. So I'm founder of Cognitic, and what we did was clinical trials and clinical trial operations, and most of our customers were large pharma. So, Alina, there were two parts to it, right? We would have a lot of experimental runs because we are a startup, right? So we wrote our own NLPs, and a lot of those runs happen on the cloud. The second was we had client instances. Now, what ended up happening is we had no control on the costs, right? Because our team would just keep running these experimental ones, and that's when we had a lot of variation month to month on our costs, right? We had really no, it was non-projectable what our costs are going to be. That's when we turned to Cloud Cops, and they came and they fixed all of these issues for us. And one of the bigger issues that we had, and that controller costs a lot, about 30 to 40%, I would say. They turned some instances on, some off. They were in different countries. We were duplicating a lot. And as a startup, this is not our main domain to manage clouds, right? Our thing is to get a product out, sell it, and that's it. So we didn't want to manage this. So we took it off our team's hands, and that really helped us out a lot. Now, the second thing that really sticks out is we got audited by one of the large farmers on our security protocols in the cloud and stuff. And again, in house, as with most startups, we don't have those expertise, right? If we didn't have cloud cops, I don't know what would have happened. Right? We probably would have lost that account. So I think from a startup perspective, it's so important that you concentrate what you're good at, what your expertise is, and let all these kind of things be handled by cloud experts.
That's perfect, Akhil. I'm just so glad that you're here today to share your experience with CloudCops from a startup perspective. I'm sure that our
Mhm.
startup leaders that are in the audience could appreciate that advisory approach that the CloudCops team would bring in with their SaaS software and just their experience in the cloud field. So I think you mentioned a quick onboarding. I think just that was
Yeah.
important to you because of your clients and just being able to have the ability to monitor. How long did it take to you to actually get meaningful results?
I think the onboarding process was very smooth with the team, right?
Mhm.
It was all over email. We had a couple of meetings, and then we turned everything over to them. And they had promised that we would see results within the first 3 to 4 weeks, but we actually started seeing that within the first 2 weeks itself. So that truly helped us. From a CEO's perspective, it helped me plan and budget a lot better.
Yeah. And then when you and I discussed earlier, I believe that you mentioned how Cloud Cups were able to affect a very seamless collaboration between your FinOps and engineering team, which as a CEO you appreciated at that
That's right.
time.
I do, because as you said, now once you have predictability into this with the FinOps, then you can 100% plan better for your growth, or where you need to cut down, or where the excess spends have been going on for. And we've been doing this for a good couple of years. And I just wish we had done this a little bit earlier than when we actually got to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a positive experience. Well, thank you so much, Akhil, for sharing about your experience with Cloud Cups and everyone. I think what Akhil and Salman have touched on, the saving and the percentage on cloud spend, doing it with very little lift is something that every cloud leader probably is looking for. So great. So we have 5 minutes left. Real quick before we dive into Q&A to make sure we address your live questions, please make sure to put your questions in the comments so we can address them. I would like to highlight the fact that CloudCOps, it's different. This is a question we get often. What's different about CloudCOps comparing with other cloud monitoring tools? It flags cost anomalies as they happen in real time. It's not just reactive. You get visibility and control in days, not weeks. And it isn't just for finance, as you heard Akhil and Salman mention. It gives FinOps, infrastructure, and security team a shared view of governance tools to manage their risk together. So, and pricing, as you can see on the screen, is pretty simple. There is no per seat fee, no setup charge, and no infrastructure commitment. It's a usage-based model priced at just 1 to 4% of your cloud spend. And most of our customers, just like our clients shared, they save 30 to 50% in their first few months. So as you can imagine, and if you just made the calculation, the platform, it pays for itself pretty quickly. So if you'd like to explore it further, scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to set up a quick conversation with our team, request a free trial to see how this works for you. All right. So perfect. So now let's take the next few minutes and dive into questions that you might have. I would like to bring all the speakers on the stage. And as they come on the stage, you will see the cloud demo playing in the loop just for your review. Something that you can just take a look, CloudCOPS in action there. And then we'll keep the QR code on the screen, so you can feel free to scan that, like I said, and make sure you ask about how you can launch your free trial for your qualified teams, or drop us a message. So with that being said, let's wait for questions now. Okay, anybody has questions? I'm looking for comments. Okay. So as we're waiting for questions, Sam, I do have a quick one for you. We've seen a lot in the demo. Can you walk us through one of the most common anomalies you see across enterprise clients, right? You do a lot of demos, we meet with clients, with prospects. Are there any features users tend to underutilize but actually drive major results if they actually do? Just some of
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most common anomalies we see across enterprises is basically they're underutilized or idle compute resources lying in their environment, where like especially EC2 instances or volumes or their VM workloads that are either like oversized for actual usage or left running during a non-business hours. And what's the tricky part is that the costs often fly under the radar because they are steady and don't spike, but they accumulate significantly over the time. And with the CloudCOPS, and we used automated usage patterns analysis like ML-driven recommendations to flag these inefficiency.
Perfect. Thank you for that. We actually do have a question that was just asked by a LinkedIn user. How does CloudCOPS ensure data security? I welcome Sam or any of the other speakers, Akhil or Salman, speak from experience, whichever you like.
So let me go ahead. So CloudCOPS ensures data security because we are not storing your data or we are pulling anything. We are just doing analysis on your environment itself. And also we are just having a read access to it. So we are not going to pull anything from you. It's going to be lying from there. Only the thing is which we are going to provide is after analysis, like potential savings and everything on our CloudCOPS.
Okay, wonderful. So, I want to ask you this, Salman and Akhil, for executives watching this who might be unsure about switching things up in their environment. What would you say to them from your experience? As you know, every change brings a little bit of uncertainty and second thoughts.
From my perspective, yes, it's a change. But as like I said, in a startup environment, it was really a no-brainer for us because I didn't want my team to be spending time on cloud operations, right? So I wanted them more on developing the platform itself. I would highly encourage any startup exec to go down that route. It saves a lot of money and it's very quick to implement.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you, Akhil. Salman, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, see, you need these tools at some point in your journey, right? The cloud journey, to reduce cost and to improve the security. And not all organizations have got a fleet of resources, right, manpower, just doing this day in and day out, right? They are more focused on their business side of things, right, their applications, how they can focus on their areas rather than focusing on things that are not so significant from their from their day-to-day jobs. And moreover, they should not, nobody needs to learn and do a lot of FinOps and other kind of courses and security to understand. Do while you have something that is readily available, why not use it?
That's perfect. Thank you, Salman. And we do have one last question we can address as we're up for time. How did your teams respond when you rolled out the platform? Any lessons learned?
I think lesson one, which is like earlier alignment matters. We made it
Mhm.
a priority to position CloudCOps not just for policy tool, but as an enabler and a way to help teams optimize their own environments, like backed by data or our AI ML things which are being run into it.
And
Perfect.
I
And
just would like to add, right? See,
please.
while the tool is there, it gives you all the insights. The onus is on the respective stakeholders to take those actionable insights and work on it, right? Until that, you don't realize the value of the solution.
All right. And we are up for time, but I do want to make sure I address these questions coming up, which I think is so important for those who can just give us a few more minutes. Are remediations implemented via CloudCOPS orchestration or executed directly through the native management interface? I'm not sure if maybe Sam, this is one for you.
Yeah, so basically, remediations can be implemented through it, but as we are having a more secure data policy things which has been implemented to us, we are not being taking any write access or the things to be executed on your environment cloud for just to be safe on the data encryption part. So yeah, we provide you all the steps and everything with all CLI commands and what need to be done step by step, so that it's easier for your team to just go inside and provide or execute the commands.
So most of
That's
the
perfect.
organizations prefer to take the details, right? Have an integration with their monitoring tools, which in turns raises incidents, and then they take trigger a workflow based on those incidents, what action needs to be done. So there's a lot of background customization that needs to be done by respective organizations to fully realize the value out of it.
Wonderful. Well, I'd just like to take a moment to thank again to everyone who joined today, and huge thanks to Sam for sharing the demo, and some insights, Salman and Akhil for sharing your real life experience. It was super insightful. And for the rest of the audience, if you're exploring how to get more control over cloud spend, reduce waste, or improve your security posture, CloudCast might be the best edge you need. So you can scan the QR code on the screen. We'll leave the QR code for some couple of minutes there after we're gone. So you can set up your one-on-one exploration and the free trial. Thank you again for your time. We know your time is valuable and we appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you.